Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 157, Lamar, The Killing Tree.
The Killing Tree, also known as the Demonic Christmas Tree on IMDb. But we're back with Uncorked for this movie where, boy, oh boy, it's not Santa, it's not elves, it's the tree wreaking all kinds of havoc.
We're going to break it down. This week's categories, we first start off with story.
Boy, oh boy. So, there's this couple. They're crazy. They're nuts. They're psychopaths. And they go on a killing spree. And apparently one of them dies, correct?
Now, did he get caught and they executed him?
Yes,
Something
he was
like that,
executed.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the wife was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. So she has a seance to bring him back to life. But he comes back as a Christmas tree.
And he goes to get revenge on the girl that he had killed her parents, and he was going to get her back, I guess, right?
For what? What did she do? Like
I think it was implied that she's the one that got him caught and executed. So then the tree goes around killing people, her friends and stuff.
I'm going to hold off on the effects on this movie, but yes, let's just say it's a very Christmas tree themed kills in this whole movie.
I actually liked the story, the premise of it. The execution of it left me a little. Here's the thing, Lamar. There was a lot of needless kind of conversations and needless exposition and a lot of meandering around where it should have just went right to the tree killing people, honestly. Like the setup was good. Now give us a tree killing people. That's it.
I understand because I did feel the same way, but see, I am so enthralled by this idea
okay
that I think it made up, but I understand what you're saying because the tree would just be walking around, but I feel like that's part of the humor of it because they play it up so serious and straight.
I like the scenes with the tree just kind of walking around and he talks, by the way, we didn't mention that. What I didn't like was just the friends having rando. It was like, we get it. These people killed her parents. She's upset. Go. But they would harp on it for a long time.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, what do you give it for story then? The overall.
I give it a 1. Okay. I thought this was amazing. I thought, yes, I will agree. There were some meandering parts, but it's a tree killing people, and I can't wait till we get to the special effects because, boy, oh boy.
Okay, well, I'm giving it a half point because they had something that I liked, and they kind of crushed it on me a little bit.
Yes, yes,
all right,
yeah.
So we'll move on to the next category. What do we think of the characters?
The only interesting characters you really had were Faith and the tree.
Yeah.
That was
the crazy lady too. She could have been interesting, but she wasn't in the movie long.
Exactly, that was the problem. So everybody else, we found out so much stuff. There was this couple, they were going through things, and then there was this lesbian couple. They were about to break up because one was cheating. Yeah, and I was just like, hurry up.
That was the problem. The problem was the other characters were not interesting, but they had a lot of screen time and interaction.
Yes, yeah. That is a problem. I will agree. Yes.
So what do we give it for characters?
I will say this is where I'll give it half a point.
Okay.
I will give it half a point because everybody else was just like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Tree violence.
I agree. Half point for me as well.
Yes.
So now we move on, Lamar. Our next category is special effects.
Well, I'm going to ask you, what did you think of the special effects, Joe?
Here's the thing. So there was some CGI in this movie, Lamar. And it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't awful at the same time. This movie would have been great if they would have just stuck with the practical.
Okay.
Because they did have some practical, and I was like, it's silly and it's kind of goofy looking, but it still was kind of cool. But the CGI stuff went off the rails.
What you call off the rails, I call just art. It was so goofy. It was funny to me because it's like the branches would come out and
had this weird kind of
it was so goofy.
Flowing.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. I thought it was great. So it was so bad it's good.
See, I didn't even think it was that bad. I just felt out of place to me. I was
Okay.
like, this would have been way cooler if it was practical.
Yes.
So I take that you're gonna give it 1 point for
Hell
seeing.
yeah, this was great. I loved it. It was I say it's so bad it's good. That's what I
I'm
say,
gonna give
Jay.
it a half. Now we get to elaborate on the special effects with our next category. It's the kills. What do we think of the kills in this movie, Lamar?
I gotta say amazing. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing. It's not just Christmas themed, it's Christmas tree themed.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree kills people with like the lights,
Yeah, he wraps the lights around
the,
people's neck.
the branches, of course, the
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. And my favorite kill, I'm not going to spoil it, is the one with the star at the top. That I was, because I didn't see that coming. I was like, oh, they get it. Like, to me, I think this has like a theme of just like it's between like really, really goofy, like that comedy, or it's just so bad it's good. So
Mm.
yeah, I liked it.
So I didn't like it as much because I felt like there could have been more kills. Like
Okay.
I thought he was going to be like wreaking havoc all over the place. I thought maybe he would use like ornaments, like shoot ornaments out at
That
people
would have been great.
and stuff
Yes,
like
I
that. Like
agree.
the
That would have
stuff
been
you said
awesome.
is I agree. Like it was some cool
Yes.
stuff that it's Christmas themed. I just thought like been more killing. So I'm gonna give it a half point for kills.
I gotta give it a point, Joe. I feel like this is the feel good murderous Christmas movie up till right now, Joe. I think it's so goofy.
Well, Christmas is coming, Lamar. This is a Christmas themed movie. Did this movie get you into the Christmas spirit? What do you think about the Christmas spirit?
Hell yeah. This movie you have a Christmas tree killing people using, the bulbs. Like you said, I understand. Could have did more. If it was throwing art ornaments and stuff like that, that would have been great. And then I don't know what it is. We have this thing going on with our Christmas movies where they end very weird. And we don't want to spoil the ending of this one, but it has a great flair of
Yeah,
Christmas, and you're just like, what? But it's funny.
unexpected.
Yes,
It's
unexpected.
almost a cross between the movie we reviewed last week, Christmas Evil, which had a wild ending, and also the
Yes.
ending of Terrifier. Like something magical happens here, right?
And you mean
Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2, where,
Terrifier
oh,
2.
yes. Oh, yes. Yes. You're
And
absolutely
over
right.
a sudden in this movie, this something magical happens.
That's the Christmas spirit, Joe. That's hope. That's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
I guess I can't argue with that. However, I didn't think that it had enough the Christmas spirit.
Really?
Yeah, I thought like it would be more like okay, it was about a tree. I get it.
Yes.
But I thought they were gonna do more with like the Christmas spirit.
I think it was enough because it was so freaking goofy.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll give it another half point. I was
Oh, wow.
I was just kind of in the middle with that.
I gotta give it a one. This one is it's almost there. Aren't we in the, yeah, we're in the 12 days of Christmas. So
Yeah.
this is, yeah,
Well, Lamar, we tallied the score and we came up with an average score between the two of us of 3.5 out of 5.
which is fine. I think that's too low because I think this might be one of my favorite like Christmas killer movies that we've
Oh,
watched. Like,
really?
I will say this. If they do a sequel, the things that you said
They
make
got to
sense
play it
for the
up.
sequel. They
I
got to
feel
play it
like they
more
got to
up.
play the gimmick up. Now, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Does this become a movie you watch every year at Christmas time?
I'll check. I'll have it on in the background, and then I'll have to wait between people talking about dumb things, and
Mm.
then be like, when I hear that guy talking the Christmas tree, I'm like, oh, that's what it is. So, yes.
All right, then as I wrap this up,
Yep.
The Killing Tree. Peace.
Deuces.